You walk into a room already negotiating with yourself. Not about what you'll say. Not even about who's there. But about how much of you you're willing to give. There's a version of you that could light the whole room up, and another version quietly hoping no one asks you anything at all. And somehow both are real. Both are true at the same time. Some days you want people. Not just casually. Not just to pass time. You want conversation that lingers. You want laughter that feels like release. You want to be seen, not in a surface way, but in that quiet, steady way that makes you feel less alone in your own head. You reach for connection like it's something your body remembers needing. And when you get it, it feels right. Natural. You wonder why you ever pulled away in the first place. And then there are other days. Days where even the idea of responding feels heavy. Where your phone lights up and you just stare at it. Not because you don't care, but because something in you needs quiet more than it needs closeness. And it's confusing, because the same people you wanted yesterday feel like too much today. It's not indifference. It's not inconsistency. It's something harder to explain. It's what happens when your energy doesn't move in one direction. When you're not built for constant interaction, but you're also not built for complete isolation. You exist somewhere in between. And that, in between, can feel like a place no one really understands. You notice it in conversations. How easily you can slip into them, and just as easily start to feel full. Not bored. Not uninterested. Like your mind is quietly taking notes on everything. The tone of someone's voice. The shift in their expression. The subtle pressure to respond in a certain way. And even if you're enjoying the moment, there's a part of you already beginning to withdraw. Not physically. Not obviously. But internally. Like your energy is slowly stepping back while your body is still present. You've probably stayed longer than you wanted to. Smiled when you were already tired. Contributed when you needed silence. Because leaving feels abrupt. And staying feels exhausting. So you exist in that middle space again. Trying to balance both. And when it's over, when you finally get back to yourself, that's when everything catches up. You replay conversations. Not out of anxiety, but out of processing. You think about what you said, what you meant, what you didn't say. You sit with the emotional residue of being around people. Even the good kind. Especially the good kind. Because connection, for you, isn't light. It's meaningful. And meaningful things take time to settle. There's a quiet guilt that comes with this. The way you disappear sometimes. The way you go quiet after being so present. The way you can be a lot one moment, and then unreachable the next. It makes you wonder if you're difficult to understand. Or worse, difficult to keep. But the truth is, you're not inconsistent. You're responsive. To your energy. To your environment. To the invisible weight of being emotionally aware in spaces that don't always slow down enough to notice it. You feel people deeply, even when you don't show it. You pick up on things others miss. The hesitation behind someone's words, the emotion they tried to hide in a joke, the shift in energy no one else seemed to notice. And it stays with you. Not in a dramatic way, just quietly, like background noise your mind keeps processing long after the moment has passed. That's part of why you need space. Not because you don't like people, but because you experience them fully. And full experiences require recovery. You've probably been called confusing, or unpredictable, maybe even distant, because people tend to understand things that are consistent. Always outgoing, always reserved. But this balance you carry doesn't fit neatly into either. And that makes it harder for others to read you. There are moments you wish you could just pick one side. Be the version of you that's always social. Or the one that's always withdrawn. At least then it would be simpler. Easier to explain. Easier to maintain. But that wouldn't be you. Because you're not one thing. You're layered. You're someone who can hold presence and distance in the same breath. Someone who can crave depth. And still need to retreat from it. Someone who can love being around people. And still feel the quiet relief of being alone. And maybe what's been missing isn't change. Maybe it's understanding. Understanding that your need for space doesn't cancel out your love for people. Understanding that your silence isn't rejection. It's restoration. Understanding that disappearing sometimes isn't a flaw in your character. It's a response to how deeply you experience the world. There's nothing wrong with needing both. Nothing wrong with wanting connection and still protecting your inner quiet. Nothing wrong with being expressive one day and reserved the next. What this really means is, you don't operate on a fixed setting. You move. You adjust. You respond to what your mind and body need in the moment. And that's not inconsistency. That's awareness. Maybe you've spent a long time trying to explain yourself, trying to make people understand why you cancel plans sometimes, why you go quiet after being so open, why you can be on in one space and completely withdrawn in another. But maybe you don't need to explain it as much as you think. Maybe you just need to stop seeing it as something that needs fixing. Because there's a quiet strength in this balance, in being able to meet people where they are and still return to yourself afterward, in being able to open up and still know when to close the door and rest, in being both, fully, without forcing yourself to stay in one mode just to be easier to understand. You were never meant to be predictable. You were meant to be real. And real people aren't one thing all the time. So when you feel that shift again, that pull between wanting to reach out and needing to step back, you don't have to fight it. You don't have to question it. You can just notice it and respond gently, because your rhythm isn't broken. It's just different, and it's yours. And maybe as you sit with all of this, you're starting to see it a little more clearly, that you were never too much or not enough. You were just experiencing more than most people realize. And if you want to understand that rhythm even more, the way your energy moves, the way your mind processes connection and space, there's a quiet place to start. You can explore it a bit deeper in the free ebook, Ambivert Advantage, in the description. No pressure, just something to return to when you feel like understanding yourself a little more.